In this video, I will talk about why gaming is going to be huge, which gaming altcoins to avoid. I will show 3 gaming picks that I think you can include in your portfolio, together with my strategy on how I'm playing this cycle to maximize my gains that I see no other YouTuber talking about. This is not financial advice. Reason why it's so important to have gaming in your portfolio is because gaming traditionally performs well. It performed well during 2021 and it performed well during our last mini altcoin rally if you held the right ones. The reason why it performs so well and will continue to perform well is because gaming is something retail understands and can resonate with, since the average crypto buyer coming in will have some sort of gaming experience. Gaming is also by far the easiest crypto narrative to market externally. Imagine the difference in showing exciting gameplay, telling the audience that you can earn money playing this game, compared to trying to market a quote-unquote boring narrative like restaking or layer 2. So over to finding the right gaming altcoins. I think a lot of people right now are getting fooled by the fact that we've seen gaming dinosaur coins pumping over the last couple of weeks. We saw the same thing happen towards the end of 2023 with all big cap gaming projects from last cycle started to move. Coins like Sand, Axie, Mana, Gala. Right now, they've started to move again, and not only gaming altcoins, but dinosaur altcoins across the board. I do honestly believe these dino pumps are not a reflection of fundamental promise and hype within the altcoins, but more so retail moving liquidity from one familiar coin into another familiar coin. My thesis is that there will come a time where these will reach their ceiling exactly the same as they did back here. Because there will come a time where retail will be looking for the next big thing. The next Axie Infinity. Axie Infinity, my biggest gainer from last cycle, did a total of 10 billion in market cap. This was a combination of gaming adoption, NFTs, and overall hype. I think when we're going to look for the next big thing, the next Axie, we need to evaluate the most important criteria. And that is that it has to have novelty, aka not been through a cycle before. The next big thing has a way harder chance to achieve this status if it's already old. Star Atlas is an example of something that I would not bet on to be the next big thing, simply because it's a dinosaur coin from last cycle, even though it's considered a low cap. I want you all to imagine retail looking for the next Axie, loading up this chart on CoinMarketCap. They see a coin that is now worth 0. The truth is that Star Atlas has even pumped a little bit during the last couple of weeks, but zoomed out, those green candles are just swallowed by this terrifying sea of red. This is exactly why Merit Circle, now known as Beam, which we'll talk about in a second, chose to rebrand themselves. This is just not an appetizing chart. So novelty is the main criteria we will be looking for. There are of course a ton of criteria, but filtering out all the old ones should already give you a head start. Now I'm going to show you the 3 altcoins that could be the next thing, including my strategy to maximize my gains this cycle that I see no other YouTuber talk about. So keep watching. Now the first project we're going to talk about is Beam. Now I know what you're thinking. Beam is already huge in market cap. It's never going to be the next big thing, and it's certainly not going to do 100s of X's like Axie did. Therefore, it's not worth investing into. I'm going to show you why that's a very beginner mistake to make. Beam is the best gaming risk to reward safety net you could possibly have in your portfolio that will help you make a 100x in total, and I'm going to explain why. So how are you going to use Beam as part of your strategy to maximize the gains? One thing that is very important to understand in crypto is that it's infinitely easier to make 2 10x's, aka 100x in total, rather than relying on one project yielding you 100x. Beam has a tendency to perform better than the rest of the gaming market, and especially the lower cap ones. Like right now, even though the market has been dipping, Beam is holding up very well. Not only can Beam hold up well in times like these, but Beam tends to move before the rest of the lower caps. So if you want to maximize your gains, you can have a big bag of Beam, you take profit when Beam moves, and rotate those profits into lower caps that haven't moved yet. For some reason, I haven't seen a single other YouTuber talk about this model that me and my team use every single cycle to maximize our gains. Like for instance, right now, Beam from our entry is up more than 3x. You got to remember that you have about 10 times as much money in these big caps as you would with the lower caps. So when your big bag of Beam is up 3x, that's a lot of money. You take some profit and rotate those profits into the lower caps that are still at great buying opportunities, and they still have tens of X's left. I will be making a video going further into this, so subscribe to not miss that video. So no, Beam will not be the next Axie in terms of multipliers, but that's not why you invest in Beam. You invest in Beam because it's used as a hedge, but more importantly, you're going to use it as fuel to further facilitate your gains in the other lower caps that have the potential of becoming the next Axie, which we'll talk about right now. First up is octokn, OTK. OTK is a gaming aggregator studio built on Solana. Why am I so bullish on OTK? First of all, it's not been through a cycle before. It's demonstrated that it can perform really well, as we saw during end of the year 2023. Its target audience is defined as the type of games OTK publishes are low barrier to entry games, something you just play on the go for a quick dopamine hit. Furthermore, OTK is partnered with Bonk, one of the top meme coins on Solana. They even have 2 good Bonk related games that Bonk is promoting on their official Twitter page. With Bonk being a top 5 meme coin, with constantly hundreds of millions and sometimes billions of dollars in volume, over 360k followers on Twitter, this is an extremely overlooked partnership. Another thing that is quite recent with OTK and something that we should appreciate is their new form of content creation. This is more of a style of content creation you often see with meme coins. The octopus is memeable together with easy to play games, makes a lot of sense, and ties in really well with the meme coins they're partnered with, such as Bonk. So I think this is a really great way of engaging both the existing audience and newcomers. Keep in mind, it's still a low cap project. I honestly think OTK has several tens of X's left. Team has also been holding back on a lot of exchanges, waiting for the right time, as there's no point in releasing these exchanges if the market hasn't confirmed a gaming rally. Could this be the next Axie? If we take a look at the market cap comparisons, looking at Axie at its all-time high, we still have a long way to go. So what is realistic for OTK? In my VIP Discord, I have price predictions for every single one of our coins, both conservative targets and bullish targets, as we use these when we use our profit-taking calculator. So I have OTK conservative at around 250 million and bullish 600 million. If you think these targets are too low, you got to ask yourself why you're betting on it to go higher. Bullish target here would just be short of 100x from where we got in the Discord. There's no way I'm letting my community taking on the huge risk of letting this ride any longer. Remember, if you've played it correctly with Beam, you don't need to take the risk of riding this all the way up to $500 million. Just get out, rotate some profit, and look for other plays. Next up is Mavia. Mavia is a play-to-earn strategy game very similar to the likes of Clash of Clans. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. We are investing in recipes that have proven to work earlier. The thing that makes me the most bullish about Mavia is their business model. Their business model allows for microtransactions. This will make sure the team is making a lot of money. It's not something a project will admit, but lack of money is the #1 variable to a project's downfall. Reason for this is that you can pay to stay relevant even in a bear market. So this business model will ensure that Mavia can continue to push marketing campaigns just like we've seen from Clash of Clans. And here's an important thing. There are a lot of replicas of Clash of Clans as well. And there's a reason why there's so many replicas. It's because it's still a viable business model. Even Clash of Clans took the recipe from previous strategy games, such as Travian, and modernized it. Travian is an old game that is still alive. Why? Well, because of microtransactions, in-game purchases. This is why I like this business model so much and why I think it will do wonders for Mavia. Furthermore, Mavia has really good backers, including Binance Labs as seed. Therefore, a Binance listing will probably come for this project. It's just going to take some time. Merit Circle, the company behind Beam, which we talked about, also has this as part of their portfolio, together with a bunch of other tier 1 ventures, such as Hashkey and Delphi. Now, recently, there has been some FUD regarding this project, as it got delisted from Binance Futures. According to the team, this was to provide liquidity for Wintermute, which is one of the top market makers in the entire crypto space, so that they can prepare for new exchange listings. Keep in mind, we're now covering basically every single tier 3 and tier 2 listings, including Bybit and KuCoin. Before top tier exchanges like Binance, Coinbase, Robinhood, you could be looking at something like OKX and Kraken. Time will tell. So what can Mavia do? Again, let's compare it to Axie Infinity. Now, I think this comparison is a lot more realistic than what we see from OTK, but I don't think it will reach this target. I think somewhere between 700 million and 3 billion should be very doable. In light of the recent FUD, I think right now Mavia is at a great buying range for those of you who are looking for a newer opportunity to get in. Key support levels to look out for are, of course, the psychological $1 level. Keep in mind, you DCA into these projects. The new secret low cap meme coin gem has been released in the VIP Discord. I have a 3-page analysis on why I think this will do well. The same formula I used finding Ponke and Mad. And my track record for meme calls is probably one of the best in the entire space. We've also reached 100 members in the VIP now. I will be capping the member count eventually because I want to be able to take my time with each member and their personal goals for their portfolio. We're now on WAP, so you can now pay with crypto directly through the platform. When joining, make sure to post your portfolio so that I can take a look at it and give solid feedback tailored to your needs in the market. You also get a bunch of courses, including exit strategy. Prices will of course increase as more people join, so make sure to lock in this price before it eventually doubles. I hope to see you there. As always, take care and stay safe.